We are pitching for the business model.
15 minutes.
I think I go and buy lah.
On last week's episode of the Alliance Bank BizSmart Challenge, Karine and Kelly swapped places to form two new teams at the beginning of the challenge to create and pitch a new product to potential buyers. However, Kelly couldn't stop her losing streak as she meets the judges again as a member of the losing team. In the end, Eugene and Cheryl were voted off the show as the team didn't meet the requirements of the challenge. With just 6 participants left, who will win this first Alliance Bank BizSmart Challenge? With just 2 challenges left, the participants have come down to the business end of the series. This challenge, however, will truly test the participants physically and mentally. Welcome back, everyone. 6 of you in front of me. Congratulations for still being in the running to win 250,000 ringgit, and that's for the Alliance Bank BizSmart Challenge. So yesterday, we had 2 eliminations, Cheryl and Eugene. Were you all surprised?
Yeah.
Okay, so today's challenge is setting up an ice kacang stall. It's a hot Sunday, so that should be good. You'll have lots of thirsty and hungry people. There'll be joggers, there'll be runners, there'll be family, lots of people. What you'll be doing is you'll be managing your resources. And basically, it's very easy. The team that make the most money will win. Andrew, y'all were the winner for the last challenge, so you have to offload one of your team members. So who is your weakest link? Who has been a liability?
Who's it going to be, Andrew? Karine.
Karine, please join this team.
I always wanted to pair up with Mandy and Kelly because I can say that we are the same characteristic. We're the aggressive one. We are more idealistic one. We are quite competitive also, you know. So working with the people that same characteristic, we can put everything together. So I got quite excited when I got the shuffled. Yeah.
I'm actually a bit shocked. I didn't know that I actually need to make the decision right there. I actually chose Karine, not because what Frida is saying, you will need to choose the weak link from the team. I'm just making decision based on the previous challenge on how we are working at. It's nothing to do with Karine personal.
All right, teams. For today's challenge, each team will be given an ice kacang machine and an identical amount of supplies and ingredients for you to make the best ice kacang you can. How you use those ingredients and how much you sell your ice kacang for is entirely up to you. As there are only 6 of you left, the entire losing team will go to the chopping block. Before we begin, let me introduce your advisors for today's challenge. Team Orange Orange, the all-new, all-female Orange Orange. Please welcome back Christy Ng of Christy Ng Shoes. She will be your advisor for today's challenge. A-Team, please welcome your advisor, Bei Li Yan from Happy Bunch. She will be your advisor and the judges' eyes and ears for today. Teams, you now have to nominate your team leads as always. The person who will lead your teams for this challenge.
Team Orange Orange, who will be your new team lead?
Karine!
Congratulations. And the A-Team, who's your new team lead?
Nana! The rose amongst the thorns.
Yeah, the lady boss.
Lady boss. All right, teams. Now, head over to your booths. You have 30 minutes to discuss your strategy and your execution for this challenge. Ready? Go!
Happy selling! In this challenge, the teams are given an identical amount of resources of ice kacang supplies to create and sell products to members of the public. The winning team's strategy will come down to a balanced use of supplies and product pricing.
Mandy came out with the packages. She decided to sell at what price and what are the packages. So I was suggesting to Mandy that we can give out free ice ball because I was told before by my parents that last time when we were young, we used to like to eat the ice ball and lick the syrup out of it. So we do ice kacang, and another ice kacang is with the cendol one add on.
The ingredients inside is actually not so important, but what we can do is actually the price strategy is that how to make more sales. I suggest somebody do the ice, somebody do this one, then would not have a
Yeah, I have you do because you just finished your sip.
No, don't worry about that. That's not the biggest issue.
Kelly is not feeling well. Then if she exposed to the sunlight, I think 1 or 2 hours, maybe she already got pengsan already. So our strategy is that, okay, Kelly, you just jaga inside, and you are the one who actually make the ice kacang, and me and Karin will like rotate. We will helping to make that ice kacang lah. But mainly for sales part, right? Me and Karin will take the charge.
Aside from balancing the supplies and pricing, the teams will also need to manage their personnel resource.
The kacang, these are the
But
limited ones.
no, there's
Yeah, kacang
over
still
there. Still have.
Where are the bowls?
Where are the bowls?
Yeah.
Is it inside? Same size or not?
Only one time.
The location that organizer gave us not really strategic enough and is not visible. That is the most important part lah.
Both teams were set up in close proximity with each other to test their abilities to strategize and gain customers over their competitor. Both stalls were also set up just off the park's jogging and walking paths, placing them within potential customers' view, but slightly out of the way to ensure that the participants needed to go out and get potential customers to their own stall.
The task, Anthony, you will prepare, okay, the ice kacang. And you need to keep the cash and keep the records. Because at the end of the day, they want to see how many ice kacang that we have sold, and also the total sales in ringgit. So me myself, I will be in charge on the pulling the crowd and also the sales. Okay. So since we have one size of the bowl,
only one size,
yeah, maybe.
How many do we need to do different? Do we need to have 2 options or just one
No,
option?
just one.
Just one.
Okay, but we do
Purchase with purchase.
combo here.
Purchase with purchase.
One, buy one for this price, buy 2 you can get special price. You see?
We actually learned a lot from the previous challenges, and we try to implement and run it for this challenge as well. So I think it's the very first challenge that we implement whatever we think that we could do better for the previous challenge, and then for this challenge we just work it out all together. F&B, if you want fast, definitely is volume, correct?
Yeah.
But if volume one thing, right, the fastest way is actually buy one free one, where everyone will actually...
One will cut you.
Profit only, not
No. But it still goes back to what is the portion that you actually give them. So it's all controlled by you.
Anthony, based on your experience in F&B, right? So normally you think, how can we derive the cost for ice kacang?
So let's assume one scope from each.
What about the amount of ice that we are having?
So normally you will pile up.
It will be this one.
Only.
It will be this one. This is the ice bowl.
Oh, there's plenty. Don't worry.
So today's challenge is setting up an ice kacang stall. Andrew, so you have to offload one of your team members. Who has been a liability?
Karin, I'm just making decision based on the previous challenge on how we are working at. It's nothing to do with Karin personal.
All right, teams, your 30 minutes to discuss and strategize is over. You have a total of 2.5 hours for this challenge. Remember, the entire losing team of this challenge will go to the chopping block. Are we ready?
Yes.
Your time starts now.
Okay, Nana finished the signage.
Andrew, do the price list.
The price list and
Okay.
take the money. Then I will start preparing.
Okay, just take.
All right, guys, real quick, who's doing what?
Mandy will be doing sales. Okay, she will pull the crowd. Me and Kelly will be operation, blending the ice, making the ingredients, and Kelly will in charge of money changing and record down every order, and I will help to do sales as well.
The other team has got very strong Anthony. To work one of these ice kacang machines is not really easy. It's quite physical. Do you think that's a disadvantage that you guys have?
Well, definitely physically it's a disadvantage, but we will try our best.
What's the strategy?
First, we won't give any big discount. So we put our product in two SKU. One is the standard, another is called the Gunung Berapi. So that it's top up, like, you know, the top double size up.
So you think the customers will be drawn to your offerings?
Yes, people like something wow, and they like something that looks big and not too expensive. Make something big, something visible is something that people will be interested to know more about it.
Right. Good luck, Anthony.
Thank you.
Bye.
Khabar. Saya Diana daripada Almost Wanted. Okay, hari ni kita ada challenge tau. Tentang jual ais kacang. Cuba support. Before we started making the ais kacang itself, I pull like 2 crowds. But then the ais kacang is not started yet, you know. Hari ni punya challenge, kita kena jual ais kacang.
She's really, really good in sales lah. And plus, she's very aggressive. So having her in the front line, I think is the perfect idea. She just go up, less than 1 minute, she getting a family, came down to have ais kacang. Wow.
I'm quite frustrated with the pace lah of the production because I already have a customer, but I don't have the stock. So how can I sell?
Why don't we take into the small bowl because it's like so difficult to take away.
It's moving now, the machine.
Yes, move it. And this thing I cannot see.
It's moving.
I thought it would be very simpler, you know, like just pressing a button and then it will churn out lots of ice. We got an old school machine where we have to use our hand to churn out the ice.
First, we thought that, okay lah, ice kacang, easy only ma. Until when I first handled the machine, didn't have the expectation that it would be so tough.
Okay, so it's RM7.
Since that time in 1U, right, we are doing the sales for Lions One account. That time we already see each other's strength is that me and Karin are very good salesperson. So we can go to actually to approach the sales.
RM7 je, kita bagi satu free. Ice ball.
Ini ice ball, dia ice syrup.
RM7 je kak. RM6 only.
Yep. Right? Yes, right. It's very tasty.
Yeah.
And cooling.
This one we made ourselves is totally
Very
organic.
chill.
Fresh.
Yang biasa satu. Nanti saya hantar. Okay, 5 minutes. Okay. Later I'll do the free delivery.
Okay.
Free delivery, yeah? We came out with 2 SKU. Okay, one is ais kacang biasa and another one is ais kacang Gunung Berapi. Okay, so ais kacang Gunung Berapi is actually an upsized ais kacang with more ice, more sugar, more everything is more.
Ya.
Beli satu?
Boleh satu lah. Beli satu.
Dah beli. Okay.
Dah beli ke?
Dah beli ya. Just try our handmade ice kacang. I cannot sell, you know. RM7 only. I try to sell, nobody take from me. Mandy style was
Thank you. Can try ma.
Yeah.
Oh, you want this 3 ice ball RM5 also?
When the customer hold the bowl,
Cubalah satu.
sejuk, panas ini.
Ya, RM7 je kak. Okay lah.
Never say yes or no, she already take money from the customer. Yeah, cuba dulu.
Terima kasih kak. Try ya. 来，我们现在是不是有在卖 ice kacang? So we approach to the store owners and also to the shop owners. They will normally buy for all the stuff. 来啦 ，OK 吗 ？I will ask the permission. I say, hey, can I approach to your customer as well 啊？你们要吃 ice kacang 啊 ？This thing right, we're selling only RM7.
Yep. With one free ice ball.
来啦，boleh lah dua.
Mandy is the super salesperson. If you need a lot of crowd, she can really talk until that. If you don't want to buy the ice kacang, you'll be like missing out a lot.
Free one ice ball for you. Thank you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 幾多個 ice ball？
lagi ada free satu ais botol. Okay, sejukkan badan.
All right, it's half hour to noon. The sun is really starting to heat up. I wish I had your sunglasses. Your initial observations from Team Orange Orange.
Team Orange, they have very good leader. Karin's very structured, she's very organized. She knows exactly what she wants. She's also very strategy-driven. They've talked about some really, really important things that may help them to win despite their disadvantage. I think their biggest obstacle would be the production.
Bolehlah 2-14 je. Kita bagi free 2 ais ball. Nah.
Ya, ada cendol semua, ada cendol, ada kacang, semua pun ada.
Nak 2 pun boleh. Okey, terima kasih.
All right, sure. Be careful, okay?
All right.
Don't run.
Okay.
But what are your initial observations?
I think they're doing quite well as a team. They seem to have the right chemistry. Diana is taking the lead, and she seems to have found their strengths, which is nice. Well, they were a bit slow to start off with, but they seem to have picked up quite a fair bit, and it's really exciting to see them running around and giving their all.
Ais kacang, ais kacang, ais kacang. 1 for 6 ringgit, 2 for 10.
So you guys have decided to not just stay put, but find the customers.
Yes, because at first we are actually thinking of pulling customers there.
Yep.
But it takes a lot of time.
Okay.
And not that easy.
Okay.
Sir, do you want some ice kacang? 6 ringgit for 1. Kalau 2, 5 ringgit. I boleh buat 5 ringgit. Okay tak?
Yang besar?
Kalau yang besar gunung berapi, pergi ke bawah. Thank you. Thanks, bro. Okay, come. Ambil satu.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't keep up with this guy. I don't know how to do it. You have a total of 2.5 hours for this challenge. Remember, the entire losing team of this challenge will go to the chopping block.
It's moving now, the machine.
We got an old school machine where we have to use our hand to churn out the ice.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Ais kacang, ais kacang, ais kacang.
Get some ice kacang.
Hello. Do you want to try our ice kacang?
The man, you want or not?
You want or not?
One lah, take one lah. This one you serve very good one, very sweet one. Thank you.
Thank you.
Here you go. Ice kacang nana.
Throughout the challenge, there'll be several flash sales for the team leads to take advantage of and just maybe give them the edge.
I am now going to make you a special limited time sale of a special product that may improve your ice kacang and potentially your sales. You as team leads can choose to buy or to not buy this item. I have with me here the Essential Special Coffee Syrup. This may or may not give your ice kacang a boost over the other teams. If you choose to buy this, it's going to cost you 15 ringgit, but it may just give it the edge, your ice kacang the edge over the other team. Taste it, think of how that can complement your ice kacang and give it that extra boost. You have to decide now whether you want to buy this for your team. This deal closes right after you make your decision, whether it's yes or a no. Kareen, are you going to buy?
Yes.
Yes. Diana, is it a yes?
Yes.
Okay, it's a yes from both of you. Don't forget to revise your menu and revise your pricing list. Take this into consideration.
Okay.
Take your coffee syrup. Go.
Bye.
Good luck.
This is normal one.
Okay. Okay, now our gunung berapi is selling at RM7, right?
Yeah.
So what is the price for this one? So I think
Actually, you don't need, just say gunung berapi, then we can...
at special
free,
topping.
free add topping for you. Because if I add RM1 it's too much. When 50 cents, we don't have the change.
做快一点，因为等下我拿过去啊，那边玩，我不要等下那走来走去。OK， 我走不了，有时候我跑来跑去，你做不了。OK，
我一直做就对了。
对，你一直做就对了。OK，see you man， 你等我的好消息。没有的话照做 ，bro， 我一定会回来。Well, me as a guy running up and stairs, and I'm not pregnant, and I'm really dead tired. Diana will be even more tired than us. So we are trying to take care a bit more of her, and plus it will be making more sense that she's concentrating doing sales only.
So what we did was, Andrew will be the runner to deliver my order so that I can just wait upstairs.
Andrew!
Yes?
Is the delivery order done already?
Yeah, now, doing now.
Okay.
Kelly also went up there for once, I think. She helped there, and she was very tired after that when she came back down to the store because she just recovered from sick.
I went out and tried to sell as much as we could. I came back. I started to feel not really well. Like I was really dizzy, and then I feel like vomiting.
You want some water? Can I get some water? Can I get some water?
So the paramedic had a check on me. He said that my blood sugar was really low, but I have a rest after that, and then I joined back the team to go for the last sprint.
But you're sick, what?
Okay.
Prepare more. Very hot one out there. I think you stay here lah.
I think I'm going to open an ice kacang store.
Here I am giving you the second flash sale. I have for you here 2 durian purees that you can purchase to enhance your ice kacang and give you that edge once again. Each of these durian puree will cost you 50 ringgit. 50.
Is it Busan King? Why so expensive?
It will probably give you that extra edge to win this whole thing. Team leads, you have to decide now whether this durian puree will give you that final nudge into winning this challenge.
I will say no.
No, you don't want to purchase this?
Sorry, not this time.
Not this time?
Yeah.
Sure?
Sure.
Kareen, you're going to pass?
Yeah, I'm going to pass also. It's too expensive already.
All right. It's your call. Sure?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. Back to your booth.
Okay. We are going to slash the price. Okay, it's happy hour. Buy one, free one. So we want to maximize the volume of the bowls here.
If you see Anthony, he's putting a lot of effort doing the ice kacang. He's going to destroy the whole booth and all.
Oh, really good, you know. Hai, dah try ice kacang dah?
Sir, nak ice kacang dah?
Beli satu RM6.
Beli satu lah, RM5 satu aja.
Support lah, kita tengok challenge ni. I think Andrew, he will find me and just restock me with the ice kacang.
I still want to do my part very well, running up and down, but I really can't do it. Like, I feel like I want to pengsan already.
The crowd are getting, you know, more and more, and the order getting more and more. So I keep on shouting to them, I need more ice kacang, please!
Okay, coming. One first.
I think one is not enough. Give me
I'll
at least
get more.
four. And please rectify the signage.
Okay.
With Diana shout, I don't feel it's a pressuring at all. It's a motivation. It's really a good motivation to think, and we are selling super good, faster. Just keep out the productions, you know. Don't let the sales team down. Just keep doing it.
This is crazy. My leg is with blister right now, and I'm going to run another round. Let's do this. While I was running around, I realized that my leg is having an ache lah. And when I look at it, I'm having a blister right there. Rather than much complaining, I'm actually just tighten up the shoes so I don't feel much of the pain. And I think the intensity of the whole challenge actually made me forget about the pain.
But in the meantime, while Andrew's tired running, we swap, just do it, you know, on rotation. So it didn't stop. I thought that running would be fine, but actually, it's not, because my heartbeat actually quite high when I do the ice kacang. So when I go run, I feel really tired, like I just finished a marathon.
All right, teams. Kelly, Andrew, 20 minutes left. 20 minutes left.
Thank you.
Wait, okay.
Take lah.
No.
Nah, take one lah. You want or not? I know, you see, you're so sweating already. Damn hot, right? Nah, take. Then one ice ball for you. 7 ringgit only lah. Wow, super cheap ah.
Betul ke tak nak beli ni? Kau support kat RM2-5 je. Atau Awani. Thank you.
Okay.
She's really, she never put herself in the second I'm the weak conditions, no. That's what I'm really impressed with Diana.
I'm just last really. I want to go.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Time's up. Teams, retreat from your booth. Stop selling and stop making. Nice one, bro.
The biggest challenge here is the production because, as you know, making ice kacang is not an easy task at all. It requires a lot of physical strength, a lot of upper body strength. And, Kelly has been really, really ill, so she's unable to perform. Grinding the ice is a very big challenge for them. So I felt today's challenge was just testing your physical strength and your endurance.
So Diana being the team lead, she gets a lot of feedback from the team. What's nice from that is that you get to see the thought process of each individual. No matter what the outcome is, they should be proud of how they switched it all, from something that was a little bit on a downer to something that, could actually make a difference for them in this challenge.
That's it for today's challenge. You guys did a great job. Round of applause. Diana, team lead, how well do you think your team did?
I think overall, with the changes of strategy, a few times we did change the strategy. So I think towards the end, we pick up the momentum.
Kareen, do you think your team has the edge over the other team?
Yeah, I think so because our momentum has been quite stable since the beginning, to the end.
Head on back to the bus, get some rest. Tonight, we've got a special guest waiting for you guys. Tomorrow, Frida will announce the winner of this challenge and the losing team who will head on to the chopping block. Rest well. See you guys.
After a long day on the ground, making and selling ice kacang, both teams were rewarded with a special dinner with a special guest who knows a thing or two about selling. Dato' Amir Ali Maidin, the founder of Maidin Wholesale and Retail, has built himself a retail empire that includes hypermarkets, supermarkets, convenience stores, and franchise outlets. Dato' Maidin spent the evening with participants talking about his experiences in building his retail empire and discussing and advising the participants on how they can achieve their own success.
Which one do you prefer? You want to focus on the profit margin itself or you want to focus on the volumes?
The most important thing in business is the cost. You must always know your cost. Don't do anything unless you know the cost. Price is driven by the market. If there was another guy selling ice kacang there, you have to be competitive. Right? If there's nobody else selling, you can sell as high expensive as you want.
However, with the threat of elimination looming over them, the participants will have one eye on the final challenge and one eye on tomorrow's chopping block.
Get some ice kacang.
Andrew will be the runner to deliver my order so that I can just wait upstairs. Andrew!
Andrew!
One first.
Can I get some water? Can I get some water?
As always, the day after challenge brings the performance review, where the participants will find out which team has won and which team will go to face the judges. Welcome back. The eye on the prize, 250,000 ringgit. Let's not forget that. Of course, that's thanks to Alliance Bank BizSmart Challenge. Yesterday's challenge was on sales and making money. Kelly, how did you find the challenge?
Lots of physical work. Like we had to just churn
on a lot of ice out for the ice kacang challenge.
It's a very hot day as well.
Yes.
Right. Diana, you know, you were the team lead, right, for the A team. How did you manage your resources?
At first, we thought that we need to save our raw materials. But at the end of the day, there are few more left, actually a lot of more left. So I think we don't need to like save it prior to the challenge.
You also had a very interesting promotion.
Yeah. Actually, what I learned was actually the importance of having a strategic locations. And also, how do we get out from our comfort zone? Normally, I will be very shy, you know, selling things to people. But for yesterday's challenge, I did all my best, yelling, you know, to just pull their attention.
And this helped?
Yeah, it really helps, yeah.
So that was the marketing strategy. You had an extra team member. Team Orange, Korean team lead. What did you learn about pricing?
Because our focus was to generate the most revenue yesterday. So our pricing, we shouldn't be too low and more on, we play with free things like the free ice ball and just one-off sell and give one free thing, that's it. We keep our price at 7 ringgit most of the time because we want to achieve a sales target revenue.
I know you all met up with Dato' Wira Amir Ali from Maidin, right? How did you find that masterclass?
I find it really interesting where he was telling the stories about how he started the business and everything. My business is actually more to the premium target market, where his business is actually more towards the mass market. So it's a very good chance for me and the team actually sit down together and understand what's happening in other industry and also what is happening in other market which I'm actually not tapped in. So it's a really good session together where all of us get what we want, and he's giving a very good suggestions on each of our business as well.
I know you're all dying to find out who won and who lost. One team collected 471 ringgit. Another team collected 445 ringgit. So I have to announce the losing team is once again Team Orange, which means the A team, you have won again. A close fight. The winning team, you may leave the room. Congratulations.
Wow, that was a really close fight, you know. We're so lucky, I think. This time, we're depending on our luck.
I really never thought that I would come this far. I thought I would get eliminated out at the second challenge.
Once a team really do it perfectly and we actually even win the challenge, it's actually even sweeter than honey, I would say. Very good. The winning is actually give us more push or give us more confidence to go to the next level.
This means the three of you will be meeting the judges later. I'd like to invite Chrissy Ng from Chrissy Ng's Shoes to give some feedback on your performance for the last challenge. So Chrissy, good to see you again. What's your feedback on their performance?
I think they tried really, really hard. They did their best. They were amazing. They were really, really good.
Christy will also be meeting with the judges and giving her feedback as well.
I feel very disappointed because we didn't do our best. And I mean, it's very close, you know, it's very close.
It just depends on the luck sometimes, right? Do not know how to move forward with it. This is how I feel.
Christy, seeing you very frequently in these advisor sessions. You're part of the sort of advisor to the losing team, 3 out of 4.
I'm starting to think I give people bad luck.
No, not at all. What happened this time around? So it was an ice kacang challenge.
I think it was a very physically intensive challenge. It required a lot of physical strength. Grinding the ice alone is already a huge challenge. I think Karine led the team really, really well. She was really, really organized. At the start of the challenge, she wanted to play to everybody's strength. So she wanted Mandy out there, and they mutually agreed among themselves that Mandy should be the one out there getting the sales because she's physically very fit, she can talk a lot, and she's very aggressive. She's good at sales. Because Kelly was ill, so they decided to station her at the booth to grind the ice. But they underestimated how hard it was to grind the ice. And Kelly was trying really, really hard. She was almost forcing herself to do it.
Can you talk about their strength and weaknesses of each one of them?
Mandy is a fighter. Whatever task you give her to do, she will pull through. She's an extremely amazing salesperson, very aggressive. She has the hunger to succeed. She's not as good as planning compared to Karine. She doesn't dive into details when she's planning. Karine is not as fiery as Mandy, but she's very structured. She's very precise. Kelly is a team player. But in terms of salesmanship, I think Mandy and Karine are better salespeople than her. They can sell better than her.
She means Kelly is always a supporting player.
Supporting player, yes.
Do you think she was not well that day plays into the part?
Yes.
So how do they overcome their so-called disadvantage they have?
They just struggled through the whole challenge. They pushed themselves really, really hard. It was Karine's idea to target small little children, so the ice ball was a gimmick to attract mothers to buy for their kids. Karine, who is the team leader, she knew that they would have a lot of production challenges churning the ice. So she decided to compensate for her slow, potentially very, very slow production by pricing the item up a bit. Mandy was much better at production, but they took a gamble because they know Mandy would be more valuable as a salesperson.
Basically, they need Mandy everywhere in every stage, right?
Okay.
And Mandy got one.
Thank you, Christy.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Well done.
Hope not to see you again here.
So I have to announce the losing team is once again Team Orange.
We're so lucky. I think this time we're depending on our luck.
Do not know how to move forward with it. This is how I feel.
How do you feel that you're here all the time on chopping block?
To be really, really honest, I think I can't forgive myself because I wasn't performing on my top of my performance. That is really a shame, I would say.
Three of you really very strong and very hardworking. I can see you plot a very good strategy, but you still lose. So in your mind, what do you think is the main contribution you all lose out?
In the morning, the crowd was less at the front of the lake, so we changed our strategy to go inside the shops. After the lunch break, the crowd finally came. Of course, we are actually working very hard. A tray can put total 8 bowls. So with the heavy tray, we climb the stairs and we only sell to 8 customers. And by the time we finish, then only we start doing the production. It delays a lot of time there. Yeah.
So you're saying production slow.
Yeah.
One of the key reasons that you lose out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you guys know how much, the difference that you lost?
Yeah, we actually make a difference of 26 ringgit, okay? And
How
when
many bowls is that in your calculation?
It's around 5.
You lost by 5 bowls of ice kacang.
Yeah.
Do you change the strategy as you go along to the end of the day?
I'm actually aware that they sell buy one free one at 5 ringgit. We didn't proceed so because the effort to produce, the time is the same as if we sell one at 7 ringgit.
You know you're unwell, right? So you cannot contribute a lot physically.
When we started off with, they were saying that I should stay in the shade because it's much more better for me in my condition. There was one time that I followed Mandy out with the tray, and while she was, Karine was there doing the shaving of the ice. At that moment of the break, I totally break down, like almost to faint and vomit, and I know that I could not take the heat anymore.
We will have to deliberate now the unpleasant job of removing one of you. Thank you.
One thing I want to say is that very strong three individual, yeah? Strong characters, determinations, and you can see that the desire to stay in this. She actually got disadvantage in this challenge, but the other two individuals actually showed tremendous, effort and determinations to continue staying into these challenges.
She's a driver. The way she corrals people and tries to sell, fantastic selling, thick skin so thick, and I admire people like that. Sometimes the best thing to do is not to understand the limitations and call a time on it. Meaning, you either jump in 100% and you become a little bit ineffective, or you like the substitute, right? In a football game, you say, sir, my ligaments are almost tearing, and I need to sub for the sake of the team. I need to sub out. So it's a different thing. I think the other two candidates have shown enough to move on to the next round.
If you look at what she has done for the first two challenges, she was everywhere. She was out there chasing, pushing, thinking, working hard. This is just unfortunate.
So, unanimous?
Unanimous?
Okay.
All right.
Unanimous.
This has been one of the most difficult decisions that we had to make. We need a little bit of your help. Just have a final think about this. Karine, you're the team leader. Without any reasons, who should go?
Kelly.
Mandy?
Karine.
Kelly.
Karine.
Thank you for your honest answer. Kelly, can you please step down? Kelly, you've been a fantastic contestant in this competition. It is by sheer unfortunate situation that you've not been well in the last two challenges. And we have to say that you're eliminated from this round. But we just wanted to come back and say one thing. We really admire your empathy with customers. We see that in you. We see the way you extend your help to help people, and those things will put you in good stead for years to come. And it was really a really heavy decision, really heartfelt decision for us to say no to you this time.
In business world, when you have no choice, you have to protect yourself first. At first, I was thinking to vote myself out, but because I have my family to accountable for, I do not want to disappoint them. I want to fight for what I should get,
I have no regrets. The only regrets is that I'm leaving too early. It has been a great experiences for me so far. The participants are really nice to me too. They've been taking care of me and I learned a lot. It is an unfortunate thing that I'm sick for the last challenge, but it is what it is, so yeah.
You have made it to the top 5. So today's challenge is going to be an individual challenge.
Give me 5, 5, 5.